questions, right? And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love it. I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year that didn't make it the previous year, so you're not assured of going back year after year.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jared Goff and the Rams set to take over on offense. For Goff last year, of course, the disappointing end to a terrific season. His development really took a big step forward throughout. Nearly 4,700 passing yards, 32 touchdowns, playoff wins over the Cowboys and the Saints before that Super Bowl loss to New England. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here. The opening drive couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
And this certainly doesn't seem like an ideal situation for them because they're coming in on a losing streak, and they've got the quick turnaround right here to Thursday night. But maybe that's for the best. Get right back on the horse and go at it again and not dwell on the losing that they've had in recent weeks.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This is how the defense will line up for Seattle. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They have tried all season long to fix that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them.
Throwing on third, Goff. They'll find Everett there to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Mike is 59.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And an alley to run. To punt it, though, what's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get
that leverage on this drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Goff toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Goff now looking to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 22. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A throw over the middle taken in, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Mike, go. 120. Mike. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Now Gordon on first down. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So here are the Rams to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Goff. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. On second down, Akers. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Goff on third down. This pass complete to Reynolds. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. Well, you think about the two quarterbacks in this game, Goff and Prescott. Of course, Jared Goff, the first pick back in the 2016 class. Prescott, that same class, but he was in the 4th round, pick number 135. But Dak would take home Offensive Rookie of the Year honors. Fear not, though, for Jared Goff. He would recover, of course, and lead the Rams to Super Bowl 53 in that eventual loss to the Patriots. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, team.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And a catch made by Hopkins.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance. Time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Go, son. 180. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Goff on first down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is gone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Deshaun Hamilton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Goff's pass complete to Deshaun Hamilton. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. We focus our attention on the Seahawks defense now. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side. I missed that. Totally missed it.
Play action. It's gone. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Goff now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Seahawks 48-yard line.
16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports.
16. Seahawks, nothing.
180. Mike. Man, that's trash.
On 2nd down now. Akers. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Goff, and that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Here we go. Touchdown, defense.
Prescott on first down. Looking downfield for Joe. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now they try the right side here. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up third and goal.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Third and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. Prescott to throw it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that trims the lead down to 9. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. This is Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the...
They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
There's something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check, 41.
On 2nd and inches, Prescott, and he fires one incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On play action, Prescott. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Short throw to Disley, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. On first down, Procise. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them.
First down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Prescott. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10.
51.
A first down throw for Prescott. The quick slant caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. John Brown. His first touchdown on the year. As they have now chopped this lead down to 3. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the He pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And out now come the Seahawks. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Pollard. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott from the gun. And able to find Dorsett. And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Check 53, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Goff now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 3rd and 2. Goff finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. Open man here is Hamilton. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll square off with the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being over in Arlington, where it'll be America's team, the Cowboys, taking on the Green Bay Packers. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, a rematch of an AFC division round game from a year ago. The Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a second and long. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A shotgun handoff to Procise. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. He hits his running back, Procise. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It's a pickup of 3.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? Nicely, what a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Right here.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. They find some open field here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
180. Check 53 is mine. So we got man.
From the red zone now, Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw is gone. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Goff now looking to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Deshaun Hamilton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slip.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. That was the safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Prescott now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Prescott. Got a man. It's Brown. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And again, it's Prescott. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. 1st down, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 30.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 18.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Pollard. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
A'Shawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama. A big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he was going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. After the interception, here's Goff. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Goff now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Maybe a yard down to the 20. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. That's taken in by Henderson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And his kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
We got this.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. The pass to Brown as he holds it in. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Prescott. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around. At times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Leonard Floyd. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Come on, 120. Check 56. Walk the run. SOS.
On 1st down, it's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Prescott now. Complete to Jones. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when